Mic check, mic check. Alright, we on in the mud. Alright. Another black discussion. On the condition of relationships today. Always a fun topic to talk about. It's very serious, but it's always good to kind of look at, the different expectations of men and women on today's dating market. I'm personally been married the last 15 years, so I'm somewhat out the way. But I do have two sons and a daughter that, I'd like to understand the world they coming into as far as, dating and especially black dating. This that I'm going to be discussing, going over today, is a podcast, looks like started by Kandi Burress, who we know has just gone through a recent split with her husband, and comedian Karlous Miller from, I think it's I-85 comedy tour. He's been making rounds on the internet, and the thing I like about, comedians like Karlous Miller and Black Ron is these brothers have a wealth of experience to go with their comedy. So wrapped in there, just kind of poking fun at life, they drop some real gems. So we're going to take a look at his conversation with Kandi and see which side of the aisle we fall on with what they talking about. Let me kick it off. Without further ado, let me kick it off.
Don't cheat. We really be victims most of the time. Women different. Now they drinking the whole bottle of Don Julio. Now you out here drinking like your grandfather. They put their hands on you. Can't nobody tell them nothing. They at the red light twerking on the head like 3 rappers was in your DM. Now you don't like nobody no more. Now you gotta make $36 million a year just to get a text back. Come on, Ken, this is ridiculous. These are the men that y'all are choosing. They choose these men. They know exactly who.
Wait a minute. I don't see no lies detected. Yeah. And this is just the warm up. This is just the preview.
You got with him because he was that dude.
And I don't see no lies detected.
With you right now, because I definitely disagree with you on a lot of what you're saying. Why?
And I'm gonna let it get into it. I don't want to react too much. Just that first 2-minute thing clip.
As y'all already know, we see Karlous Miller weekly, and it definitely delivered. In this clip today, we got Karlous Miller and Kandi Burress having a conversation on modern women. Let me just say, Karlous cooked her opinions, but I'll let y'all be the judge of that. Leave y'all comments in the comment section. Make sure y'all like the video, heart the video. Without further ado, let's dive into the content.
All right. So you said before that you don't see yourself as a married person. Why do you feel that way?
I ain't seen nobody that's married that was happy enough to make me want to be married.
Damn.
I ain't seen no couple be like, I want that.
He might have a point.
Okay, so you've never been married and you don't see yourself getting married.
I'm going to get married.
You will?
I am.
Okay.
I'm going to get married. I just don't know what that looks like for me.
Do you mind me asking how old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't know what that looks like for you?
I don't know what it looks like for me because I ain't never really got close to that. I ain't met nobody that I feel like I couldn't live without.
I respect that.
That's real.
Don't
And see, that's real. I mean, my brother gonna give his opinion, but that's real. So many people will box you in the corner and ask you when you gonna get married and all of that. And he answered it for real. I ain't met nobody that made me feel like that's what I want to do. It ain't no time period where you supposed to get married. You supposed to get married when you find the one that says, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. If you happen to not find that and you happy being a bachelor or bachelorette, that's cool too. Family members be boxing you, painting you into a corner like you got to hurry up and find somebody. And then people do hurry up and find somebody and the shit don't last no way. Or they have kids and they just bitter the whole marriage until they break up. So that's a clean answer. I'm 42. She tried to ask him how old he was and all that. I'm 42 and I ain't found nobody. I don't know what that look like for me. If I'm 62, If I don't know, figure out what they look like for me, it's all good.
I mean, it's his life experience. He has to be the one to deal with all the consequences if it goes good or bad. I'm not mad.
Send the millions to me, Kandi. I don't care what these people say. Damn, what they think about me, Kandi? No, I ain't married. I ain't never been married. Y'all ain't even that spectacular to be even thinking about
What?
being married. I done had to grind and work and get this money by myself. You think you just about to show up and tell me what to do with it?
Amen.
Okay,
That's
so
real. That's real.
what would your significant other have to have in order to make you feel like, okay, I would want to marry?
A college degree.
Mm.
I like smart women.
It's tons of
I need somebody who can get over here with me, who can take this to another level. But I'm saying that's the bare minimum at this point. But yeah, somebody who can get over here with my program and take it to the next level. I need some insight.
Y'all heard that key word, program. That don't mean she might be the only one.
You want somebody you working with?
Little stability.
Somebody that's got stability.
Some stability. Somebody who ain't I want somebody who don't need nothing.
Somebody who ain't got their hand out, Kandi. You know what I'm saying? She know what that nigga talking about.
They're self-sufficient type. You know what I mean? Somebody who can bring out the best in me.
I feel that.
Yeah, make me feel special. Because I need a lot of love. I need some love, then I need some extra love. Because my mom died. So my heart's still broke. So if you can help me fix that, then you got the spot you
Yeah.
want.
Then you on.
I don't know if anybody can ever fix that.
I'm just saying, if you could step up and love me,
Now,
and
Kandi should know better to know that if you lose a loved one, of course, he's saying that he needs somebody to, adding a little extra because he has that hollow spot from where his mom has passed. Especially when you're a Karlous Miller and you come with so much extra.
give me a little extra, give me a little grace. Understand that I'm a man, but I'm a too. I ain't gonna be perfect. Look over some of my flaws.
And so I'm gonna go and give this disclaimer right here. I'm gonna make sure I add my brother right here because this is actually a reaction to his reaction. And I really wanted the main video. I had a problem finding the main video. So even if I don't find the main video on Candace's podcast page, I'm going to add my brother down here, his reaction video in the originals, just to give credit where this kind of originated from. So I'm gonna make sure to do that, so I don't want no copyright strikes and all of that.
Help me.
What flaws would that be?
I already told you my heart broke. I'm not
Would that be?
I'm not a great person all the time, Ken. I'm honest. I'm not great all the time. I'm not gonna be good 7 days a week. Some
You
days.
got joked about the black men don't cheat movement.
It's not a joke, Kandi. This is serious business.
That's
I said she ain't gonna be the only one.
lie.
All right. When you hear that,
Don't cheat.
what are you saying? What do you hear when that is said? What do you hear?
The words black men don't cheat.
I didn't say black men haven't cheated. I didn't say black men won't cheat. I'm saying black men don't cheat.
Oh.
Black men don't.
So it need to be a comma.
No, I don't.
It need to be black men.
I ain't gonna lie, this nigga got me rethinking the whole phrase. He's not saying like we don't cheat. He's saying, hey, don't cheat, y'all. Like actually making it a statement for guys not to do it. Boy, nigga mind blown.
Punctuation is important.
Yeah, well, y'all need to put a comma in that so we
Why?
understand what you're trying to say.
Why, Candace?
Because
Candace, why?
first of all, my name is not Candace.
You could call
Kandi,
it.
why? Why, Kandi?
You could call it Candace.
Because those are two different statements. Once you, and I didn't go to college, but I know once you drop that comma in it or you take that comment out, it makes two different statements. Okay, black men don't cheat means that these particular men, this group of men over here, they never cheat. Black men don't cheat.
It's not the fact that he's speaking fast, it's the fact that Kandi probably listening slow.
Is totally different.
Black men don't cheat. We really be victims most of the time, Kandi. Most of the time.
Victims of what?
Kandi, sometimes women see you being a good black man, and they want to disrupt that. They see you out here being a good father, treating your girl nice, and just building an empire, and they want to step in. Once they see you doing good, they want to be down with your program. So
So-
be mad because I'm the one out here promoting good black men and stuff that we need.
No. Okay, let's be clear. To me, that's all the more reason where you should know to stay strong when you have, people trying to disrupt. You being
Okay, yeah, stay strong and all of that, but y'all love to say we the problem, so at least admit that, at times it be the bitches that's the fucking problem. You know what I mean? They see you moving, your career going well, your family going well, and all of a sudden they want to, throw some catnip out there. A man can only take so much temptation. Be honest with you. A man can only take so much temptation, and a woman can't tell a man how to be strong and just be a man. If you're not a man and don't got no dick, you can't tell me what it's like, what temptation is like for me. Right? There's a success loop that men go through that women don't go through. And that's stack cheese, have success, and at the time of success, here come more bitches. You know what I'm saying? All on your dick. You know what I'm saying? Women don't have that success loop. So they don't understand what it's like when you got your life together and all of a sudden all the chicks want to jump in your DMs and jump in your face. You know what I'm saying? So, just kind of, this is one of the reasons why we think differently, our anatomy is differently, our biology is different. And a woman can't tell you just have self-control like me, because y'all bitches don't have no self-control. Y'all don't have no self-control. Nobody really does. But it's only a certain amount of temptation that a man can take. So you have to be able to be clear-minded enough to know that it's both sides that's dogs or both sides that's wrong when it comes to cheating. And if you the type of nigga that basically let every person know, every woman know that you dating, that, hey, listen, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm not going to be monogamous, and you let them know that off the top, then that's not cheating. Some women still want to count that as cheating. It's not cheating if I told you from the top where I was at. I'm just not going to do your game. I'm just not going to be monogamous. So then it's not cheating if I tell you from at the very top who I am, if I'm honest. It's only cheating if I'm dishonest and I'm trying to, tell you one thing and then do something else. That's cheating. But if I tell you at the beginning that you're not going to be the only one, then we get together, we get into a little situationship, and then I see somebody else, and then you want to call it cheating because you thought things changed, that's on you.
Black man you claim to be.
At least we trying, Kandi. I don't hear you out here telling black women not to cheat.
The bingo.
I hear you promoting that part.
I personally feel like a lot of times that is a reaction to the.
It's always a reaction or a good reason when it comes to women.
Yeah, I've been in the streets for a
For
good
a little
decade.
minute. Things have definitely changed.
Yes, because women are tired. They're tired of being dogged out, cheated on, and all that.
Hold on, but why are women cheating out of retaliation? We still gotta understand that. If you're not a cheater, if you naturally don't want to do it, why you doing it because I'm doing it? It's crazy.
Women different. Now they drinking the whole bottle of Don Julio. Remember when they was out here and ladies was getting free drinks and they was cute little drinks, Cosmos and little fruits. They drink 2 little blue drinks. Now they out here drinking like your grandfather. They put their hands on you. Can't nobody tell them nothing. They at the red light twerking on the headlight. Every time you look up, she posted up in a Rolls Royce Phantom with the stars in the ceiling. Man, not in the NFL. Where you getting all this nice shit from, Miss Lady?
These women is pirates nowadays.
Now don't nobody qualify because you done talked to 2 football players. 3 rappers was in your DM. Now you don't like nobody no more.
Say that again, bet. Clip that. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you get clapped by a couple of athletes and entertainers, and now nobody is on your level. Let's get real.
$36 million a year just to get a text back. Come on, Ken, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm out here telling you, hey, black man, work on your home. Stay strong, bro. I know it's hard. I know you ain't gonna get credit for everything that you do. But now we ain't nobody type no more. They mad at every time they see a black man happy, what they do? Shut that down. Look at the city of Atlanta. That's why they changed the whole city. Black men were too happy in Atlanta.
Because they was having their way with women all the way around here, and now the women finally been like, you know what, that is over.
See,
We're gonna even the playing field around here.
Hold on, what do you mean by they having their way? It's still a two-part situation going on here.
for women, it was just black men having too many options, and they hated that. That's why they shut Buckhead down. Remember Buckhead? Buckhead, what was he out there doing? Having a ball, pulling up in Ferraris, jumping out of Bentleys, going to the Velvet Room and Visions and getting sections and what they do. Locked up everybody who was successful.
First of all, they still have way too many options.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. It's a lot of options around.
And do you know how many women, black men in Atlanta have to turn down just because they don't fit in the radius clause?
Huh?
Ain't nobody about to be driving up to Gwinnett. Ain't nobody going to Douglasville. You a good woman. You could really be somebody's wife, but you are out of the radius clause, Candace. Come on, man.
Well, what I would say is that a lot of them that are in the city, you know, they have to keep a lot of black men to keep them pockets full, to keep them bills up.
See, we have become a source of income for these
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a source of income, just a means to an end, you know. It's probably always been that way, but it's just even more egregious today. Kind of the transactional relationships that you have to watch out for. I mean, you know, if you already know what it is going in with a woman, then that's one thing. But you know, if you naive and you out here looking for love, you gotta watch for these modern women who just really see you as a come up. You know, you may not be, you know, in the 1%, but you doing well in your job, career, or business. You know, and she may not be. And, you know, by being with you, she see a meal ticket. She see it come up. So you got to watch out for that. If you just want to have a little fun with her, just let that be known at the beginning. And then what two grown folks do is what two grown folks do. But, you know, don't go in there like no fool.
That fair?
I would say a lot of things aren't fair. The way men
standards is cool.
The way a lot of those men who have money like that treat these women is unfair.
What about the ones who treat them right, Kandi?
Okay.
Nobody ever talked about it. We only focused on the negative.
Exactly.
We got black men out here doing a great job taking care of 3-4 women.
Why are you choosing the guy that possibly has the most options in the city? I mean, you got to be realistic. If you get with someone who can get a lot, what you think they might do? They probably gonna want a lot.
Them all feel special.
Care of 3-4
Making
women.
them all feel special. Taking them on individual vacations and the pictures never collide.
Okay, what do you do?
What do I do?
As I say, the bitches never collide.
I can't even sit here and act like I got this game figured out.
Were you the problem?
Not this time. Not this time. I've been the problem in the past.
Okay.
I made a series of miscalculated decisions which led to a snowball effect. And I take full responsibility for all the failures in all the relationships that I had participated in.
Okay.
But I can't sit here and tell you what's wrong with somebody else's daughter. I can't do that. She got her own problems, Kandi.
Got it. Okay.
This is becoming real therapeutic, Kandi.
That is true.
I don't know if you know, but you helping me work through some things.
See, I don't even really want to go that hard with you right now because I definitely disagree with you on a lot of what you're saying.
Why,
Oh
Kandi?
my God.
Why? Because I do feel like even if, say for instance, the woman or the women out here are trying to do right in their relationship.
They not trying. That's what I'm saying.
No.
You don't
They
say that
do.
every time you say that all these men put their head down. They know.
No, the women are trying, and then they run into one of y'all that think that you can have 3 different women and keep them all going at the same time and think that it's okay just because you're giving a little something here, a little bit, something there.
Why you fighting for that guy though? You say you'll run into one of those guys. There's a lot of guys that don't even move like that, but guess what? He ain't attractive.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you can't have everything you want in life sometimes. This is nature's way of that reinforce you. You really sometimes can have everything you want. You know what I'm saying? The problem with a lot of these women is they want the guy who has all the options. They want the 1% guy who is, you know, let's say in the athlete or entertainer who's got fans, who's got millions of dollars, he gonna have his way. He gonna fuck over the buffet. He gonna be with all type of females. And you want him to have all those options and then just fall in love and want to be with you. With your average looking ass. You know what I'm saying? The reality of it is, if you end up, ladies, if you end up dating an athlete, an entertainer, having fun with him, that's what that is. 9 times out of 10, you know, if one of them slip in your DMs, they not looking to marry you. They looking to add you to the roster, right? That's just reality. And they look, because their life is set up that way. They can do that. The average guy who gets overlooked today, the hard-working guy who might be a Christian, who might be wanting to build with a female, you know, is not getting a second look, or he gets overlooked because, you know, you feel like you would be settling to be with the type of guy that you should and could build with. And so you spend time chasing these niggas that ain't fixing to marry you. They're not fixing to build with you. They fix to enjoy your body for a little bit, add you to the roster until they move on to a new roster. Now, whenever these athletes and entertainers do get married or do settle down, trust me, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be no average chick that he gonna settle down with, because he doesn't have to. You know? So, you know, the only thing that you probably, you know, the only game that you really might try to run is try to get pregnant from the nigga and have a, you know, a meal ticket baby or something. But, you know what I'm saying? The reality of it is, you know what I'm saying? The dating game fucked up because you have, you know, 80% of the women chasing the top 5% of men, and that's fine, but then they pretend to be better than the nigga that's on their level to build with. You know, and that may be hard to conceptualize, but, you know what I'm saying? You think about it and look at it, you know what I'm saying? That's why the game messed up.
These are the men that y'all are choosing, not you.
They the men they choosing.
They choose these men.
Come on now.
They know exactly who these men are.
Preach.
And what they do. And that never stopped. I don't know why they think they can change these men. You got with him because he was that dude. You got with him.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the feedback loop I was talking about earlier. You know, women get with the nigga that's already having success. They meet the nigga at the finish line. So you got with me because I am that dude. Now you mad because it's other females think I'm the dude too. And now you expecting me to pick one. I ain't got to pick one. I ain't got to do shit. You know, that would be the mentality. Disclaimer, I did. I'm married. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about me, but I'm just talking about, you know, nature and options in general.
It's all the other women like him. You got with him, and you knew that he didn't want a relationship, and you thought you was going to show up and make some chicken Alfredo and change this man's name.
Ain't nobody want that weak ass pasta.
You chose this. I can't sit there and let y'all keep bashing and blaming these men.
Okay. So, back to you.
No. How you try and run past that, Kandi?
Yeah, don't try to run past it.
You can't run past it that fast. And back to you. No, let that marinate on what he says.
Yeah, let him cook. Let him cook. He in chop kitchen. Let him cook.
I disagree with you on how women are, but when he spits...
Well, you got to understand also that, and I had to keep spitting out bitches, you know what I'm saying? I'm from that old school player language. Women gonna, I disagree with you when they don't get their way anyway. You could be making perfect sense, but if it don't shine a light on them that's positive or make them look good or give them some sort, then I got to disagree with you. So don't matter if you say anything that makes sense. She gonna disagree with him anyway.
Actually do. Oh, let's go and get back to you. Okay.
What type of man are you going forward?
Going forward,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a better man. I'm going to be a little bit more understanding, and I'm going to put myself in better situations. I'm going to tell them off the top. I'm going to make the expectations real low.
Okay. How are we making the expectations low?
I'm going to let them, hey, I'm up.
What?
I'm off the rip.
That would be a lie, though, right?
That's what I'm saying. I want the expectations to be low.
Oh,
So
smart.
When I do something,
So is it?
they're gonna be like, look at you.
Smart.
So you don't.
Reverse psychology. I understand that 100%.
You want to be selfish.
No,
Okay.
it's not about being selfish. I'm just gonna underpromise and overdeliver.
great.
It's my strategy.
It's good to do that in business as well, or not business, but in the workplace. Like if you had a job where you have to tell people you have to do certain things. It's always better to under promise, over deliver. That's a great strategy.
Because you're going forward.
Okay, strategy.
Now, yeah, you gotta have a game plan. It's hard to be the man with.
Wait, say that line again. One time. You gotta under promise and over deliver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do. But I've been in a few good relationships, but the ones that really stood out was the bad ones, because that's when I learned the most. Because it's like you get to an age where you realize it's not anything you can do. You can't love somebody into loving you.
Well, what is bad to you right now?
What is bad?
What is a bad relationship to you?
One-sided. If you're the person that's doing all the relationship by yourself, it's not gonna work. If you the one always buy everything, or be the one that always gotta fix something,
right?
Be the one that's always fighting for the relationship by yourself. It's not. You're never gonna be happy like that.
Nope.
Makes sense.
But you do have to be with somebody that will let you have selfish moments. Sometimes it ain't just about us. Sometimes it's gonna be me. Sometimes it's gonna be you. Sometimes it's gonna be us. But we have to allow each other to have those moments.
This nigga is preaching, bro. Real talk on a real, like, think about that, y'all. I know people always say it gotta be us, us, us. No, it's gonna be about me sometimes. And depending on what the me is about, you're gonna have to disclose that with your partner, whatever that might be. But if you can get you someone that understands your selfish moments and are okay with that, that is heaven on earth. That is what I call peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Okay.
She ain't like, God, man.
Because I'm
She
taking
ain't like
in
that
what
shit.
you're saying. I'm taking in what you're saying.
You should be helping me. You out here happy. Oh, you should be giving me some advice, Kandi.
This is not about me. This is about you.
Yeah.
Was this pre or post divorce?
Not for you to interview me.
Kandi, you
I'm not on 85
This is
South.
an exchange
You are on
game.
speak on it.
I said, 85 South. Comedy tour.
Okay.
Earlier,
this is
I
what
said,
need to
I'm
know.
going to correct it. Earlier, I said I-85, which is I-85, but it's 85 South Comedy Tour. It's him, Chico Bean, and my boy. Damn, I forget my boy name. It's going to come to me, man.
Look at him.
You said women create supermen in their minds, and men just see what's in front of them.
Yeah.
Walk through that. What's that mean?
I think we all got a level of delusion when it comes to other people. We be expecting so much, not knowing that we all just humans with flaws and heartbreaks and hang-ups and insecurities. And you can't just expect somebody to show up in your life and fix all the broken pieces.
Nope.
Somebody gonna have to accept that, hey, sometimes, great. Sometimes.
Well, he said his mother passed, and he said he needs a little extra. That right there, I would say, might be his flaw in somebody else's eyes, because you can't fix anybody because they lost a loved one. The person has to pull themselves out of that. So that would be him putting himself in that category. That's just something that I just noted right there when he said that.
And I can't stand this, but it's the in between that makes you stay.
Okay, and then you said you are not the type to be close homeboys with women. What does that mean, and why is that a boundary?
Well, you know how it is on the nightlife scene here. I'm sure some of the fellas can relate. You go out with a nice lady and, you do the date thing and you want to show us different parts of the city that she might not go to. And then you start bringing her places. And
She got all these fruit.
That's my homeboy Charles. Red flag. Because first of all, why you know him? Why you know all the security guards in the city?
Now, if you popular,
Don't know about
I
him?
mean, I always know a lot of people, obviously.
That's way different. You are a celebrity, Kandi. You probably gonna know a lot of people, but the average girl that just been in town 1 year and she know all the bouncers and all the entertainers in the city. This ain't high school. She ain't just some popular cheerleader. You know what I mean? She's had some workings or some relationships or some shit that in her recent past that is a red flag.
Just say you know him, but when you start saying my homeboy, he like a brother to me, you about to get left.
You could.
You finna have to get an Uber.
All that silly shit, yeah.
Cause you too friendly.
Not have to get an Uber.
Yeah. Cause in Atlanta, I tell you, if I bring you around and it's certain that you know, I already know what you done been on.
That's facts.
Absolutely.
There you go. I mean, that's the other side of the game that, women don't see. Like, I know what niggas know other niggas. You know what I'm saying? I know what that nigga about. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about no going over to your place, eating popcorn and just Netflix and chilling. Yeah, Netflix and chill the other way. You know what I'm saying? I know what these niggas is about. These basketball players and things like that. The life, especially in the city with athletes and entertainers. We know what they about. All that he like a brother bullshit. That's only y'all that's naive and you think everybody as naive as you. Niggas be knowing like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You got too many brothers. That's my brother. Well, it must be incest because that nigga look like he been playing in your pussy. The way y'all was hugged up and shit. You know what I'm saying? You came and got that hug from the side. That nigga looked at you like he knew more about you. And it didn't look like no brotherly hug. So play that shit somewhere else.
Oh, man.
Because he already know the type of guys that you hanging around. He know how they move and how they think. And these is your homies, your friends, your so-called brother.
Yeah.
Man,
Come on with that, man.
Just because of your association.
Come on. You know exactly what that means.
Come on, man.
Kandi know.
Disrespectful, too. You think you doing something?
Yeah.
You showing this lady a nice time, and you take her to the little Hawks game or something, and y'all got some decent little seats. You like, hey, this all right. And she was like, yeah, but last time we sat over there. But these cool. This cool. I like it over here. I ain't never been in this part. I usually be up there, but I like this. This is cute. When she started calling your little cute, walking off. Get out of there, my boy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm going to the bathroom. I'm never coming back.
You been over Boosie's house. What you doing at Boosie's house?
No.
Really?
That's crazy.
Oh, okay. All right, bet. Yeah, when you start...
And women will call that insecurity, but that's just good sense. You know what I mean? Nature kind of comes at women fast. So when they young, they get the golden ticket to a lot of shit that you gotta earn your way up to. So by the time you earn your way to front row seats, she done already dated 3 of the motherfucking basketball players. Right? So it's unfair to you because like he said, she looking around like, this is nice, but I already been here before. So you can't show your new lady new shit. Cause by the time she 23, she done already, you know what I'm saying, been with spending the athlete's money. She done already been to Dubai 3 times. And that's not hating, that's not being no player hater, and that's not being insecure. That's just intelligent. That's just smart. Like when I want to, you can't rob me of what I want. And what I want as a man, when I meet my new lady, it's kind of romantic. I want to take her someplace she hadn't been. Someplace new. Someplace where she can be, excited, experiencing it as I am showing it to her. You know what I'm saying? Not that she been, in situationships and been on all these yachts and boats around Miami, you know what I'm saying, before I can take her and show anything. So logically, what do you think she ranking you? She comparing you with? You are competing as a man with all the skeletons in her closet. She not necessarily competing with other women that you've been with. That's not how we are as men. But as a man, financially, height-wise, in the bed, you competing with men that's not even in the room. Right? You competing with that nigga from high school, that first athlete she dated, that first rapper she dated, how much money he made and where they went. You competing with that before you could even get with her. So it's inverted. It ain't fair. He's speaking on it. It's not insecurity. It's logic.
The major players in the city, then, hey, it's too much. She started calling famous just by their first name.
Name dropping.
Yeah,
I do hate that. I know people that do that.
What you been
Yeah, I've been at Aubrey house last weekend. Aubrey, you mean Drake? That's
Right.
a problem.
What's it? Nothing. Chris called me today, want me to come to his show. Chris who? Brown. Yeah,
Oh.
get off my phone.
Say that shit again, dog. Brown.
Problem.
What's it? Nothing. Chris called me today, want me to come to his show. Chris who? Brown. Yeah, get off my phone.
I know people that do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that Instagram story. You know
She finally
was-
get it.
you know she was back
How
there.
they be stunning
She
in
on the
line.
stage, right there. No.
But what if it's just her friend is cool with it?
No, that's not how celebrity and athlete, that's not what's going on. Please play stupid with somebody else. What if it's just her buddy? No, ma'am. We all know what's going on in that situation. That's just, he just got all these Chris Brown and Drake and them just got all these best friends in all these cities that they cool with. Please.
Ain't your friend?
Come on, it's so funny. I got a homegirl who said that her dude thinks that she was messing with a particular superstar.
Absolutely.
And she was going to all these shows like she's just cool. She was like, we're just cool. And I was like, okay. But I know the superstar. And I was like,
And you know he ain't the homeboy type.
There you go. And you know he ain't the homeboy just hanging out watching TV type. You know he basically like, you know what I'm saying, when these athletes and entertainers get groupies, their demeanor is basically like, you fucking or what? And they either is or they're not. It ain't no we homies, we just kicking it, we real cool type stuff. So play that shit somewhere else. Go back real quick.
which is cool. And I was like, okay. But I know the superstar.
Yeah.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
And you know he ain't the homeboy type.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Right
saying, Kenny. Don't play crazy. You trying to walk me in here and make me look crazy, but I ain't be playing crazy, Kenny. The game is treacherous, okay? Go back and look at some of them ATL pics and see who is. You know how standing on the couch, and then they always have the little chicks holding their leg. Look at them. Look at where they at now. They ain't nobody white. They still in the game.
that is not true.
They are
Hold on.
Kenny, they still in the game.
I would say that now there
Am I
are.
lying? Am I lying? Come on, man.
No, I know some people. Well, that particular person that I was just saying was somebody white.
That's crazy.
But-
Some of them women probably got cleaned up. Some of them women probably got by some simp later on in life. But ultimately, like he said, once you're in the game, you're always in it. You never get out of it. Depending on what type of lifestyle he's talking about, I don't know if it's like nightlife or just hold 'em. But once you go down that path, man, you can't change or revert yourself back because that's all you know.
But my thing is like even back in the day, like I was cool with a lot of people. I didn't necessarily have no connections with them.
Alright, it ain't because they wasn't trying though, Candy.
Boom.
Well, I wouldn't
She
say
might
that
have blocked
either.
it.
Exactly. You know what? You remember when text, when you had to pay for text? You remember that? They would bring that back. Remember text messages cost 10 cents?
I remember that.
Come on, bro.
I remember that.
Come on. Hey, when you was sending text, you was getting real information off in there, bro. Now, since all this communication is free, people just saying whatever now. And they don't value it.
Whatever. Are you currently single and dating, or just focused on you right now?
I'm single. I ain't dating nobody, Ken. The game is the game. I can't be dating right now. I'm working on myself.
Oh, that's
Mm.
real.
Ken, stop making them little faces at that kid.
She's trying to get a reaction out of the crowd. The nigga being honest.
I'm not dating nobody.
It's just hard for me to believe.
Listen, stop making them little faces at the camera.
Man in his prime, making big checks, is running around here, ain't dating nobody.
I'm not dating Ken.
That's the time when you shouldn't be dating. I mean, to be honest with you, when I got older, I realized when you are making big checks and making moves and making headway, making money, that's the time you should not be dating. That's the time you should be focusing. You know what I mean? You distracted out here trying to date. Of course, everybody want to date you when you got motion. So that's the time you need to have discipline. Women ain't going nowhere. Ladies, men ain't going nowhere. You know, when you really making strides and headway at your goal, your passion. He a comedian. He, making all type of new strides. That's the time you don't need the distraction of really dating and relationships. Because they can be a distraction. If you got somebody looking in the same direction as you, building with you, that's different when you on your way up. But just in the muck, dating and going back and forth and sleeping around, that's a distraction. If you trying to go from college to the NBA, high school to the NBA, you trying to get your music off the ground, you trying to get your comedy off the ground, you trying to be an actor, you need to hone in on your skills. You don't need to be out late, chasing, looking, trying to have fun, getting your heart broke, fighting cases, getting nobody pregnant. You ain't got time for that sidebar shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have time for them side missions. Whenever I'm playing a video game, I'm the type of dude I like to stay on the main story. I don't like to get off with all them damn, what the fuck is this? I don't like to get off in all those side missions that's going to take me off the main story. In your life, your focus, your ambition, your drive, stay on the main story. You know what I'm saying? Stop letting people sidecar you off in all these little side missions. Shit.
I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm working on myself.
You got you some
What?
Some go-tos.
Most likely.
And she trying to lead in and say, do you got to or do you have to have some go-to nookie, right? And you don't need no go-to ass either. You really don't need a relationship distraction if you focus, especially if you got a vision or a driving light that don't nobody else got. You don't need that. And you don't need no nookie or no ass. You can do without it for a little bit. Pussy ain't going nowhere. Dick ain't going nowhere. Masturbate. You know what I'm saying? If you need to get your rocks off. Whenever women take care of themselves, it's celebrated. When men take care of themselves, it's looked at as he a loser. Handle your business. Read. Study. Go to the gym. Grow economically. And, you know what I'm saying? If you need to, take care of yourself. You don't need to sidecar it. It could be that one night that you go out talking about I need some nookie and end up, you know what I'm saying, regretting it because it turned into a lawsuit or a pregnancy that you wasn't planning on. So, you know what I'm saying, stay focused on your shit. You know what I mean? There's going to be plenty of time when you get to the top of the mountain or wherever you're going to start entertaining, what relationships look like.
Because if you go to your go-to too much, that's really a relationship.
Oh, shit.
Can't just have a go-to and then after you go a couple times, now you
after 3, you in a relationship
find somebody
or a situationship.
Somebody else. Because then you got to go and you got to explain.
Especially if it's good. Her and you going to start catching feelings if it's too good. So you can't be naive and think, oh, well, I got a little go-to action on the side. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing serious, Then after about 3 or 4 times, it's too good. One of y'all gonna start catching feelings. You gonna start getting hooked on that good thing. Next thing you know, you in a situation shit.
I'm not with this person. That was my go-to, and then it's like,
okay, they updated my friend.
Getting caught cheating, and that's why I tell me don't cheat. If you ain't got nothing going on, don't have nothing going on. And 9 times out of 10, maybe 8, maybe 7, it ain't even worth it.
So how long you gonna go like that?
This nigga really be shaking and moving there. I mean, if he's saying that even he can't have a legit go-to or somebody that's like stable.
Well, like I said, he 42. I'm 45. Once you cross 40, you get smarter about the bigger picture in your life. So maybe earlier than that. It may be 30, 25. Should be, but definitely by 40. You know what I'm saying? You get smart about the bigger picture of your life. You still building, if you single or with your family, you still adding things. And you get smarter about, this is a distraction. You get smarter about the people that are bad for your life. This is why your circle gets smaller as you get older. When you young and in high school, you trying to impress everybody in the surrounding, peer group with how much you doing and all that. You trying to, you really trying to impress people. You get older, you stop impressing people, which is the right thing to do. You learn how to keep your circle small with the people that have really shown up for you over the years. So you're not in this big, keeping up with the Joneses thing no more. So I can see him at this age, and respect at this age. It's like, man, it's not even about, any distractions, right? In his life right now. You're not gonna respect that,
Picking and moving.
For a little minute. Because
you know you're gonna have to go to you ain't finna just be single and not doing nothing for a minute.
Yeah,
you can.
You
It's called discipline.
I've been very lucky in that department. I really don't have nothing else to prove when it comes to that.
It's not
Nothing to prove. Just what I said a while ago.
For me personally, I feel like I have achieved a lot. I have got to deal with some amazing women. Probably some that I shouldn't have never even had the juice to pull. But I did.
You say get that juice.
And I have really,
What happened to
I've had a real, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't that. It was just a moment in time.
Wow.
It's like, if I would have tried to make it too serious, it would have smothered the fire. But if I played it how I played it, and then the way that it played out, it's like, hey, she found what she was ultimately looking for. I just got to enjoy my time with the band.
Yeah.
Way to look at it, man. Like, it was just his moment in time, and he was still able to enjoy the ride. He didn't have to take on the full package or burden, and like you said, he didn't even want to. And here's the thing about it. I know some people might say, oh, that's wrong. He shouldn't string a woman along. But guess what? Is she not still choosing, or she knows exactly what she wants? If he tells her that he doesn't want something and she's still there, she's enjoying the moment as well.
Not your time with the band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can judge it based off who they deal with after you, and then you can start to see, oh, that's what you was looking for.
That's
it wasn't me, but we had fun.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
I think we're gonna leave it right there. I don't want to go any further. I feel like he said a lot.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
He said a lot of great points. Y'all can
We're
watch
gonna
the rest
ride
in
out.
entirety. Karlous Miller always be dropping.
We're gonna ride out. Yeah. That was good. If I can get the full interview and you kind of do a part 2 on it, I'll do that. But until then, man, if you like this video, like it, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos, right? And just help the channel grow, man. Until then, man, take it easy. So